There is two type of people in the society, which is classified by the people of the society itself, and it is thus classified as literate and illiterate. Literate are those who have some qualification in education, and illiterate are those who doesn't know even to sign, who uses their thumb as their sign. But in today's society, there are many people who are not illiterate, because the rate of education in our society in India is becoming better and better because of the campaigns such as Beti Parao, Beti Bachao, and other. And when we were in earlier stage of independence, many people, many citizens are in poor family, so they could not attend schools, so they had to left out schools without they have no knowledge of ABC, Kaka, or any letters of any language, so they cannot write their names even. So they are depending on other work for their livelihood. But the educated persons are also left out of work or wages or work that provide wages to them because of lack of job that must be provided by the government. But now the government is providing many schemes that people can even give themselves jobs, and by using their talent, and by knowing their talent, the government is giving loan to them, and they had start off for themselves, and the government support made in India, and through this made in India, the government is providing a job for the people in India, and there are now job availability is very high. The rate of job availability is very high, and many institute are developing very fast, such as Space Institute. Even in Space Institute, there are many companies, but the owners are different, and the central government is providing fund on these talented young thinkers, and not only in space but also in other sector, in sectors like animal husbandry, fish farming, blue revolution, and cattle farming, white revolution, and many other jobs that we did not even imagine that in India these jobs will be developed. And after Made in India is introduced, and due to this, more and more people who had their own talent are given loan, and a shoemaker can get loan to make shoes and build up a company for himself, and this is called startup. and and this is called, and now, so now thus education is not dependent on literate and illiterate. It is dependent on talent. And if a person is a yogali, or if a person is a mistri, or if a person is a carpenter, or if a person is a someone who can make something, then he is an educated person. So, and the government provide so much money in the budget for them, and now Indian people are very happy for this too. And in military, the DRDO, in the DRDO, this organization also get funding from Indian government, and much higher, and in the budget crores of rupees are put into Indian the Indian institute such as DRDO to develop defense weapons for India. And not only in this sector, in to make the Indian car makers and two-wheelers and transform them into electric vehicles. As soon as 2032, the government is working so hard and advising all the car makers to make this possible for the country and and the and the financial hub of our country is our farmers, and our farmers such as uh, paddy farmers. Recently, if I have to say and expose something that the government doesn't uh, do proper function was the death of some farmers, and the protests of the farmers recently. And now the government policy is let there be protests, but the government must keep silent. And this is helpful for the government but not for the protester. And the protester are helpless, and the government is also doing this because of they are helpless too. If the government is not in a condition that they should keep silent, then they will sure help the party in which uh, some improvement for the country will come up. The government aim is only for the improvement of the country, but not the downfall of the country. Protesting and uh, destroying public property, that is government property, is very harmful, and is very miserable, and is harmful to the government. And in order to in order not to happen this kind of things, the government keep silent. And in Manipur the war is still going on, but as the central government keep on having the attitude that they have to control the situation only through keeping their mouth shut, is the solution of our crisis, then I think it might be somehow wrong, and now the crisis is settling down, but time to time little spark of war is going on in Manipur. Why can't this is not able to stop by the state government and as well as central government? The war is almost stopped, but the Kuki is very much, the Kuki tribe is very much arrogant now. Meitei tribes have already surrendered, but the Kuki tribes is now more arrogant, and people are now trying to find out the real problem of Kukis. So the topic of today was about literate and illiterate, but in this advanced era, there is no literate and illiterate. If a person knows how to build a building, architecture, if a person is carpenter, if a person does not know how to sign but can build a chair, if a person doesn't know how to sign his name but can raise or can become a farmer of many crops, multi-farmer. If a person can raise cattle but do not know how to write his name, they are all literate. I think people who are hearing my recording may understand what I am trying to say. So there is no literate or illiterate in today's society. Just our work defines how much money we can earn and how we can live our livelihood through our talent, and our talent is our certificate, our mark sheet, our admit card. Thank you.